You know, he come off a road trip, played so well. Hey, that came back here and the team that we know we're going to be fighting with in the playoffs. And, you know, a little bit of not playing hard enough and not playing smart enough. And I think guys are just disappointed and just wanted to, you know, we haven't had too many disappointing losses when it's been this kind of effort. Obviously, we lost to Dallas in this game winner, and you feel bad. But this was more like we felt like we didn't leave it out on the floor, and that's unfortunate, especially with us. That's how we have to play.
Why do you think that was?
I know sometimes, you know, you come back from a long West Coast trip and you fly to the time, and those are the easy excuses. And other times is they had a back-to-back too. You know, they came here.
They had a back-to-back.
And I just think that defensively, when we see, you know, when we can't stop anyone, I think it hurts our offense sometimes. And I mean, and you got to credit them. I mean, Henderson made a lot of tough shots. He made shots like he was shooting like Kobe on his fadeaway shots. The way he was going, you know, you tip your hat to them. And at the end of the day, I just think guys were just disappointed and just wanted to just clear the air.
We can talk about some things after the game. We're not happy with ourselves. But I think, you know, that's the trait of the teams that want to be better and want to do good is they meet. So I don't think it's anything unusual.
Right. It was just long.
Yeah,
it was a long one, wasn't it?
It wasn't timed. You know, you meet till you come to common ground, or you know, get on the same page.
Okay. So some lively discussion, would you say, or how would you characterize it?
Well, we don't like the way we played.
Yeah.
You know, so we want to talk about it. You know, we don't want to ignore issues.
Right.
That's what bad teams do. We let it air it out, put it out in the open.
Yeah.
Discuss and talk about it. You know, that's what we're trying to do now.
So it was positive.
Oh yeah, everything's positive. You know, we just, you know, we feel negative about the game. No one wants to lose.
Right.
We could have played better, but everything's working toward being better. You know, everything's toward that, so it's all positive. It's all good stuff.
No, nothing. I just talked about the game. I talked about us as a team and where we are, what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong.
That's about some concerns about the direction?
No, I mean, there's no concerns. We all know we are smart guys here. We all know what we're missing, what we didn't do well today, and that was it. We just talked about the game, and you know, nothing crazy, nothing's going on. We move on.
No fights?
No, absolutely not. No. You know, it's again, it's just a learning process. It's a process of getting better, of playing good, doing little things, and that's what we're talking about. Nothing good, nothing crazy. It's just, you know, we just came from good West Coast trip.
Right.
It was one game, so there's no panic. But also at the same time, we want to make sure it's not a snowball, and we fix these problems, the things that we're not doing right, and that's about it.
What was it about tonight that spurred that?
Yeah, I think you know, there was no energy defensively. And there was no presence. I would say there was no presence, no pick and roll. We wouldn't be aggressive enough to, you know, the Bucks that you guys have been talking about, you know, the hands and the steals and etc. And offensively, we had 20 turnovers. So when you combine these two things, it's not our game. Just in there talking, trying to get better.
What was bothering everybody so much about tonight?
Just that we lost. A game that we felt we should have came up with more energy and should have won.
Coach said it was a trap game.
A trap game, I don't know what he means by that.
Well, he said the holidays, you're coming off the West Coast trip.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one game, you can't let it kill us. Get ready for Atlanta.